This is the news in brief from the United Nations. A potentially key pledge to save and restore the planet's forests has been made at the COP26 Climate Summit in Glasgow. The deal, made on the second day of the global gathering of world leaders, has been accompanied by commitments from the public and private sector to combat climate change, curb biodiversity destruction and hunger, and protect indigenous rights. Signatories include China's leader Xi Jinping and US President Joe Biden, who represent the world's two largest economies. Also putting their names to the accord are the world's major forested nations, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Papua New Guinea and Brazil. Pockets of famine have been reported in southern Madagascar, the UN World Food Programme, or WFP, said on Tuesday, as the country braces for the lean season. In addition to the most intense drought in 40 years, WFP said that more than 1.3 million Malagasy people face crisis levels of food insecurity or worse. They've also been affected by the relatively new phenomenon of sandstorms, which are likely caused by soil erosion and deforestation, and a chronic lack of water, which has hit harvests. Latest data and forecasts indicate that the most vulnerable at risk of famine number some 30,000 between now and the end of the year. Arduino Mangoni, WFP Deputy Country Director in Madagascar, described the emergency as maybe the first climate change famine on Earth.
Whenever one enters a nutrition center, the situation is heartbreaking, with silence, no joy, kids just staring at you. And in a situation of really skin and bones. I have been working with the World Food Programme in several countries in this continent, in several emergencies, including DRC, the Central African Republic, in Darfur. I have never seen kids in the situation they are in.
The WFP official noted that in addition to high prices and staggering inflation, that there was a new phenomenon of bandits ravaging the affected southern region. To provide emergency aid for the next 6 months, the agency has appealed for $69 million. Kyrgyzstan's authorities have been urged to investigate death threats against a prominent rights activist who has made complaints against the country's police force, a top UN-appointed independent rights expert said on Tuesday. In a statement, UN Special Rapporteur Mary Lawler said that it was extremely disturbing that authorities brought criminal charges against Kamilzan Rusiev after he exposed police torture and ineffectiveness. The development comes after Mr. Rusiev alleged in 2019 that a police investigator had committed torture, who then reportedly threatened to kill him. When Kyrgyz prosecutors failed to investigate the threats, Mr. Rusiev took them to court, only to find himself facing criminal charges. Kyrgyz authorities must give Mr. Rusiev a fair trial and effectively investigate all allegations of threats and ill treatment against him and other human rights defenders, said Ms. Lawler. The date of the next hearing of Mr. Rusiev's case is the 11th of November. Daniel Johnson, UN News.